Hey y'all, well we made it to Friday, didn't we? Oh yeah, you guessed it. I got the blue shirt. Alright, I like it, so it's good. Now I'm out here checking out the corn. I guess I'm like a kid with this, and I'm okay with that. Look at there. We are tasseling. So I am going to shake these tassels up, or silking I guess. Shake these tassels up top just to make sure they just a little bit of fine dust comes off of there and help them cross-pollinate and make sure we get good ears on all of them. I'm just in a constant state of wonder. I was thinking about that earlier. I've arguably sat with some of the best philosophers and thinkers and worked in so many different industries, and I guess I could hold at least a cordial conversation in just about any subject logically, and I'm still just mind blown at some of the simplest things in life, and one of those is how all of this came from a little bitty kernel of corn. I mean, it knows just when to do this and then that and that, and I'm in amazement. So call me a kid or a fool, it doesn't matter. I'll take the simple stuff and the simple wonderment, if you will. Peas are actually putting on pods. I had to give another little sprinkle this afternoon because it's not dry, but I ain't gonna let it get that way. Hopefully get a little rain tomorrow. But I'm getting ready for phase 3. I did a little mowing around it, so we got a little debris. There's no weeds in there, but these are the Three Sisters plots. The peas are up good, and now tomorrow we'll put the squash in on the outside ring of these two plots. Both of them are looking good. There's Faith's and here's Kimberly's, so that's a good thing. Another thing just compounds on my childish wonderment, I guess, is we put those watermelon plots out here, grand plans, a month and a half ago, planted the seeds. Of course it was dry. I tried to water them and they never did come up. And now, everywhere I look after that rain, watermelons are coming up. Here it is, a month and a half later after being in the ground. Just a little bit of drink from up above, and it took off. A lot of people say, man, why you? That's just nature. Yep, and I know who made it. And if I'm wrong, I'll still live a pretty good life, and it'll be good enough. If I'm right, I hope you join me. But I'll take my chances. I'm pretty big on hedging my bets with the best hand on the table. So we'll leave it at that. How's that? Old chickens are happy this evening. Biddies are doing good. We got a set of them 2 weeks old, going on 3. Won't be long, they'll be moving out of the condo and into a temporary move into the main coop for too long. We'll probably merge them in about 10 weeks. But we'll get them out of that coop because they're cooped up here in a little bit. Something else that surprised me, of course I guess nature's full of surprises. I had all the peas over here and yanked them up. It was the end of their lifespan, and tilled it all up. And lo and behold, if I didn't have, it almost looks like I planted them. Let me show you here. I'll turn it around. Look, some of the dry peas that fell out of the pods just decided to come up on their own. They're even coming up over my little work table where I keep all my little goodies and stuff. I ain't ever like it. Here I am trying to get them to sprout in the main garden, and they're just coming up everywhere. So I'm gonna let them alone. Let them do it. I meant to mention the other evening when I stopped by Lone Star, got a message from a friend here on the washboard and lives over in Etoll. I met her when we sold some dewberries here a while back, and she messaged me, and I got kind of tickled and got thinking about it. I think she comes in this way, I guess, going to work, and she messaged and let me know that my son, his left blinker was out. And if you know anything about a small town, you kind of know what everybody drives, and got me to thinking back when I was a kid and learned to drive and out and about or whatever it was. I know all of y'all can attest to this if you've lived in a small town under, well, Nacogdoches is big enough, but you've got small communities around it. But your grandma or your mom ever said, now, you better watch what you do because I've got eyes everywhere? And they do. So you get home and they can recount for you exactly where you've been and what you've been doing and who you've been doing it with. That's kind of cool. So I think the old saying, takes a village, was maybe corrupted a little bit, but I do think it takes a community, if you will, to work together. Maybe it's kind of a Mayberry type thing. I could have lived in Mayberry. I'd been okay with that. Everybody kind of watching out for each other. Now, there's a fine line there between watching out and nosy, though, isn't it? Well, no. But good stuff and good week behind us. We're blessed, and maybe I looked at the forecast. We're going to have little thunderstorms moving through over the next week, and hope any of y'all that don't need it don't get too much of it, but those that do, you'll take it as a blessing. I know I'll use all I can on that old garden out there. But got a few more things to do this evening off the place, but man, I've got to looking around the last couple of weeks. I've been kind of pulled a lot of different directions, and I mean, I have got clutter scattered everywhere. You ever get to that point? So tomorrow, hopefully, is declutter day. That's what I'm shooting for. Anyway, hey, let's see who's commenting this evening. There's Miss Chris from Lafayette. Sharon, how are you? Hey, Linda, what's going on there? Not a whole lot of folks typing this evening. That's all right too. It's Friday night. Everybody's out and about a little early. Some of you just getting off work. But, all right, I'm gonna call it, and we'll call that good for today. And go get this little old bit of stuff done and settle in for a declutter mission tomorrow, hopefully. All right, y'all have a good evening, and watch out for those eyes in the trees. It can be a good thing. If you see, that's why you do right. Then you got to worry about it, right? You can just say hello to them. All right, y'all have a good evening, and make the weekend count. Make somebody smile. Be the light. We'll talk with you tomorrow. All right, bye.